So apparently, Megan Kelly is had enough of Jasmine Crockett, and she basically says that Jasmine Crockett, who is the Congresswoman from Texas, is not really who she says she is, and there's a lot of videos going around right now, basically saying that this is all an act. And in fact, a lot of people are saying that she's connected to Soros and that she's receiving all this money. But first, let's just let this is a wild video. Let's just check it out.
This woman, I've had about enough of her. She wants to be like a member of the squad. She thinks of herself like an AOC. She talks like, she's from the hood. Meanwhile, she grew up in a nice family. She didn't talk like this 3 years ago. 3 years ago, she sounded like you and I sound in this conversation. Like, I'm really excited to be going to Congress. I can't wait to get started on my new job. And now she's like, we need to smack him in the head, bitch. Like, what? What do you, we have videotape. Why are you talking like that? No one believes this bullshit. And now she's graduated to acting like a thug. So congratulations. Your term in the U.S. Congress is going really well, swimmingly.
Oh shit. Oh snap. It's getting real. Yeah, so apparently there's actual footage of how she used to talk before she became the Jasmine Crockett of today. Yeah, let's check it out.
No one could have told me that when I went down to Austin, now looks like a little bit over a year ago, that I would be running for Congress. It's just not what my plan was. But what I've always decided is that I would step up when there was a need.
Because we in these hot ass Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot ass mess, honey. So yes.
Oh snap! This is all an act. She's not really. Oh snap! Oh, but apparently, Laverne Spicer, a black woman on X, decides to out her and say that this is all an act. That she's the real black woman, and Jasmine Crockett is just acting like she's from the hood, but she's not really from the hood.
Hi, I'm Laverne Spicer, and this video is for Rep. Jasmine Crockett, aka Little Miss Ratchet Ass in Congress. First of all, you are a rep in Congress. You all are not on the Kardashians reality show, okay? You're in Congress talking about people got a badass body. I'm sure instead of talking about fake eyelashes and a badass body, you could be doing so much more for your little fucked up district. You voted, it was bad enough you voted for with Biden that can't remember shit, the president, for that 800 billion for Ukraine, like you don't need shit for your district, just like any other Democratic district. They're all fucking fucked up. Y'all got homeless people, the veterans sleeping in the street. You got your seniors that are struggling, and you all just need to do so much more for your district. While you in there with the ratchet BS, and especially with old AOC and her little crew. That's why y'all need to vote for me, Laverne Spicer, because we need people in Congress that's going to fight against that stupidity like that BS that just jumped off. We need people that's going to fight against that. And Rep. Jasmine, trust me, if I was in Congress, it would have been me and you.
Oh snap! Yo, it's getting real. CNN was even talking about how her comments about Hot Wheels and her comments as a whole were just bad. Even Democrats feel terrible about what she's doing. Let's take a listen.
First of all, have you met MAGA? Have you been to a MAGA rally where Trump is mocking a disabled?
Oh snap! They're turning it in on Trump. They're trying to twist it on Trump.
Journalist or a POW, or saying we should punch him out. I mean, it is rich. And let me tell you, I have been very, very out there on criticizing Trump for that disgusting, disgusting rhetoric that has coarsened the language around politics. It's gross. He's why we got here. And what she did was disgusting. And I am not going to accept her spin of this. It's disgusting and gross to mock someone who is disabled just because you don't like them. And if Democrats, this is your idea, this is what your party's going to do now, is do Trump, but gross, but worse. And then
oh, this is crazy.
And pretend it's not. I'm not here for this, and please do better. Please, this cannot be the answer for the future of the Democratic Party.
I mean, I think actions speak louder than words. And in this instance, I think we have a president who, when the plane crash happened in Washington, D.C., he blamed it on people with disabilities. When RFK says that autism is a threat to the American way of life, which is a disability, apparently the White House has ended ASL, American Sign Language interpreters, in briefings, which is making it inaccessible. Questioning and gutting Social Security, which a lot of disabled people rely on, Medicaid, Medicare, people rely on. And in his first campaign, mocking disability.
He's not.
Two wrongs
He's
don't
not.
make a right.
He's not ending Social Security. What is she saying right now?
But actions speak louder than words, and the policies of the Republican, including undermining special education, ID, the Individuals with Disability and Education Act, making sure that schools are not going to be accessible. Those are the actions of this administration. Those are the actions of the Republican Party. I would rather folks be demonizing those things than.
But to be clear, you don't agree with what she said, right?
Well, her explanation was that she wasn't referring to that policy. If she
So
was,
you buy that?
but here's the
Oh, snap. Oh, she's confronting her.
thing. If you make fun of somebody because of their disability, I do not agree with that. As a person with a disability, as a person who has family members with a disability, as a person who has taught children with a disability, that is not acceptable. She said that's not what she was doing. And so I know Jasmine, and I believe Jasmine if that's what she was saying.
Oh, no. Come on. We know she was trying to be funny. She's not a comedian. She's a congresswoman. And also, the Trump comparisons are funny. Trump was literally a celebrity. He was just like Trump before anything. Like, he was Trump. Like, that's just who he is. I think they're trying to reenact Trump. It's just not going to work out for them. This is who Trump is. This is who Trump has been this whole time. Now, Jasmine Crockett, that's not who she was.
I don't know her yet. And so.
Oh, no. He's about to cry? Van Jones, you going to cry right now?
Here's how I see it. She's new. She's young, and she's trying to find her way. I think that this party is scrambling, trying to seem tough. And I'm seeing this party traffic in a lot of curse words. That's supposed to be like the new cool thing to do. I don't think that's going to be as useful. I even heard Pete Buttigieg with a whole bunch of curse words. I don't know who gave that memo. I don't think that's very useful. I think you have to be very careful when you're talking about people with disabilities. And I don't think she was careful. And I don't know her enough to say she's not being honest. I'm going to tell you, it sounded bad. And I just want to finish. I think this party is trying to find a way to look tough and to show fight, but this is not the way. I don't think the cursing is going to work. I think I've been on stage and I've gotten a little bit hyped sometimes too. I hope that she will take this as lessons. You talked about learning lessons, that type of stuff. It doesn't sound to me like she's actually taking full responsibility. If that's true, I don't like it, and she can't do that again. She's too important to us to do that again.
What I fear is that no lesson could ever be learned as long as you're doing these things in front of audiences who roar when you do it. When you have comedians who are broad messengers for the left, making unfair jokes, and people are roaring. When you have politicians being vulgar and saying what's the lesson? What's the audience? It says a lot about the audience.
But what we're trying to deal with is that Trump has done this, and he's been successful.
Yeah.
So when you have somebody who does this stuff and they're successful, you start thinking, well, is that the right way? I would like for us to say it's not. But I think it's hard for us to hear Republicans scolding us on it when your guy does it all the time. We are trying to find a way forward. Jasmine is too important to make these kinds of mistakes. I think she has a bright future. I hope that tonight she's looking and says, you know what? I don't have to do that kind of stuff to get an applause line. She's too important for us to make those kind of mistakes.
Yeah, she's cooked. She's cooked. This lady right here, she don't like that at all. She's asking her, hey, the fact that you're like accepting that's what she really didn't mean. If Jasmine would have came out and said, yeah, that's what I meant to joke about it, then cool. I would have been cool with that. Yeah, it's not something a congresswoman should have said, but I would have been cool with the fact that, hey, she's facing it up front. This is who she is. I'd rather that than lying to us and trying to basically say that we're stupid. The American people are stupid, that we didn't know what you meant. We know what you meant. Jokes happen all the time. You're just not a comedian. And you're not even who you're portraying to say that you are. Like, people are, you're getting exposed out here. What's going on? Jasmine Crockett is getting exposed. That's not really who she is. So why did she take on the persona of being from the hood, and why? Does she feel like that's necessary? She's going to win people over that way? I don't know. I don't think so. It's just not who she is. That's wild. Yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.